Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 this of this podcast slash series. It's going to be uh it's going to be Sports Nation, where I talk about sports and um and some things, other things about sports, and and so yeah, I will be talking about sports, and my goal for this stream is to get 5 subscribers. So all right. So oh snap. Okay, 1 second here. Okay. Oh, okay. So, first thing is first. The Blue Jays have beat the Rays. The Blue Jays have beat the Rays 6-3. So yeah, they beat them, and the Rays have lost the first game of the season, and so yeah, Jose Barrios only had 1 earned run, and yeah, so yeah, so yeah, he only had 1 earned run, and then so for the Blue Jays, Bichette got 5 hits, and I think Guerrero got 1 hit, and hold on, let me just check some here. Okay, and then yeah, so it says here that George got a home run, 1 RBI. Bichette got 5 hits, 1 RBI, and Guerrero got 1 hit and 0 RBIs. Varsho got 1 hit. Chapman got no hits. I think a walk or whatever. Alejandro Kirk got a walk and an RBI. Kiermaier got 2 hits, 0 RBIs, and Jordan Romano to end the game. So, yeah. And so, yeah. That is it for the Blue Jays talk. Now I'm going to move over to Kansas City, my favorite team for NFL, to see if they made any trades or whatever. So, right now, Chiefs re-signed Justin Watson, and okay, anything else? All right, guys from college, and then Chiefs are planning on re-signing Chris Jones to a deal, and then yeah, that's basically it. But I think they should re-sign some of their star players. I mean, they already traded away Orlando Brown and Orlando Brown, uh, and Frank Clark, All-Star Frank Clark, and so yeah, and so one more thing for the Blue Jays, actually. It turns out that Kevin oh Kevin Biggio may finally be playing his way out of a job on the Blue Jays. So that means he might get cut by the Blue Jays. He might whatever with the Blue Jays. So might not be on the team. And going into Bengals news, Drew Sample, tight end for the Cincinnati Bengals, got re-signed from free agency. So yeah. And so that is it. And NBA trade rumors going on to the NBA right now. Trade rumors. Raptors expected to move some assets. Siakam and Anunoby linked. So what that means is they're up for planning on being traded. But yeah. Okay. And then yeah, that's about it. But trying to think of something on my own rights here. Okay, Connor McDavid and the Oilers. They got 50 wins. That is, I think, the first time in a long time for them. And he had an unreal season. So did Draisaitl. Basically everyone. So yeah. So yeah, unbelievable season from the Oilers, and they'll be facing the Kings in the first round of the playoffs. Um, and or at least I think, yeah. And then the Maple Leafs are facing. One sec here. Maple Leafs are facing. Oh, one second here about the NBA. The Bucks definitely made it. Celtics made it. 76ers made it. Cavs made it. Knicks probably made it. Hawks made it. Heat made it. Bulls, I think, made it. But that Toronto should have got the win. That's just my opinion. I know some of you guys will be like, "Oh, Coco plays or whatever." Um, the the Raptors suck. They're a very bad basketball team. I think they're decent. Whenever they are hot, they are hot. Like winning games and everything like that. Offense buzzing. But whenever they face the Bulls, what was it like last night? Yeah, yesterday. Um, it turns out that DeMar DeRozan from the Bulls kept on screaming whenever um, uh, Toronto players were at the free throw line. So yeah, so that was something, and then yeah, so the Bulls might be in, and people that are not in the playoffs are the Pacers, Wizards, Magic, Charlotte Hornets, and Detroit Pistons. And then, yeah, so, yeah. So, yeah, that is like the main parts of it as well. Going back to basketball here. Or I think I was still on the topic. But it turns out Nick Nurse of the Toronto Raptors, um, he might be traded to the Rockets, but I think that kind of settled off now. But yeah, so he might be staying in Toronto, but OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam might be traded. Yeah. See, that's a problem with some teams. They have star players, but then they just don't have the money for them, so they just like let them go away or like go sign with a different team. But yeah, so and then for events, I think in the WHL, not the Flames. What am I thinking? The Blades played. I forgot what it was. I think Calgary or whatever. At SaskTel Center, and yeah, I just think like all around some teams all along the different leagues, sports leagues like MLB, soccer, whatever, are just like good like they're good one year and then they're like bad the next year. Like that's what I don't really understand. If you keep your star players, then just keep them. But if you just want to get rid of them, then your team will be bad and you won't have a base of your offense. But like for Toronto Raptors, I'll skip around for this part. So like for Toronto Raptors, I have Scotty Barnes, that according to Google Sports, Nick Nurse said he needs to hit the gym. So yeah, Scotty Barnes needs to hit the gym. Trade rumors. And then yeah, it says here, the Raptors message to Scotty Barnes. Get in the gym. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he needs to like improve. I'm not that good of a basketball player, but I still like playing basketball. But like Scotty needs to like guard a little bit better and like just like they did. So Scotty Barnes got in the gym so he could like not fall over more, not get postered, not get dunked on his head, not any of that. So and then questionable, I think this is trending right now. What team do you guys think Connor Bedard is going to go to? Of course, it's going to be worst team in the NHL. Yeah, so I think that is the Blackhawks, right? Yeah, I think so. Because I saw this video this morning of Jonathan Toews saying goodbye to Chicago. I don't know if he was going in free agency or what, but yeah. All right, we are about 13 minutes in. 0 likes, and I don't think 0 views, but pretty sure they'll get up. But yeah. Honestly, though, for the Blue Jays, they've been on a good roll so far. They beat the Rays. They got beat by the Tigers yesterday by strikeout, and then they beat the Tigers 9-3, and then they also beat the Tigers. So it's been a roundabout season for them. I mean, Bichette just had a 5-hit game. Guerrero had a 1-for-4 game, I think, and Chapman got the bat going a little bit. Alejandro Kirk got walks. And any news for the Edmonton Oilers? I know that they made the playoffs. I think they were still in the push. They're still in the push for the top for the Central or whatever league they're in, or not the league, but like thing they're in. But I think um Las Vegas Golden Knights won their game. So yeah. And yeah. And yeah, so they got the bats going a little bit, um and so and so yeah, George Springer hit a home run. That ties him with Kevin Biggio's dad, Greg Biggio, for third all time for leadoff hits with, or home runs actually, sorry, with leadoff home runs with 53. I think one of the Blue Jays announcers said that uh, that the highest, or the person in first with like a leadoff home run has like 85 leadoff home runs. That is crazy. Yeah, even if I was like from like 15 years from now, um, if I was in the MLB, if I had the choice to be in the MLB, I would not be able to do that because I don't think I would have the right power. But yeah, so no one has commented in the chat yet, but uh, no one has commented in the chat yet. But if in the future, if I end the stream and then some of you guys watch it, what is what do you guys, if you guys are like big sports fans, what type of sport would you like? Would you guys or gals want to play whenever you guys are older? Because for me, I really wanted to play the NBA, but yeah, I don't think my defense is there or my shooting is there because I airball sometimes. My defense is trash. But I'll train myself. I'll probably go to camp or something. But yeah, another person that is big in basketball is some of my family members. They are pretty good, or they're better than me at basketball. And so yeah, and so like that, like yeah, so if it's like hockey or baseball or whatever, so yeah, like right now I um I wanted to go into ball hockey, which is like a hockey league, like that some kids in my class do. Like they don't do ball hockey, they do like regular hockey, and um and working their way hopefully to the NHL. So yeah, and yeah, but right now I wanted, or like a month ago or whatever, I wanted to sign up for ball hockey, um, but I couldn't because of my surgery. So yeah, like I'm decent at some sports. It's like I'm kind of balanced out. Like I can play baseball, but not at a competitive level. I can catch a baseball. I can do like all those things. Um, uh, and I can, like, I don't box or anything like that because I'll get knocked out. Could get cauliflower ear. I don't know, but still, um, yeah, but yeah, I'm just balanced out, but yeah, so we are approaching on 20 minutes on this stream. 0 likes, 0 views right now. So, uh, So yeah, for baseball, let's see. Yeah, Toronto beat the Rays. I think the Orioles may beat the. I think the Guardian. No, the Guardians played the Yankees. Whoever the Orioles were playing, but back to NHL. Um, uh, Toronto Maple Leafs have also made it to the playoffs for the how many years that they have been doing, and been in the playoffs. I think 3 years in a row. But yeah. Mm, so yeah, 1 second here. Okay. But yeah, they've made it in the playoffs, and they have a really good balanced out team. They got Mitch Marner, they got Nylander, they got Tavares, they got Marner, Austin Matthews, all those guys. That's what you need to have a good balanced out team. You need to have a good offensive players and good defensive players. And teams like Edmonton, Toronto, they have well balanced players. Like for Edmonton, their defenseman Evan Bouchard, which is gone to the number one defenseman for Edmonton, and then they got Ekholm, Kurd from Nashville about a month ago, and then they got Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Darnell Nurse, and teams like that are well balanced and win games. So yeah, and then a little bit into WWE stuff here. So I don't think this. Is what I think. Rhea Ripley won the women's championship off of Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39. This is what I think. She won't last long. I think she'll last maybe a month or two, but then Ronda Rousey might come back or whatever and steal it from her, or someone out of the blue, Bianca Belair could go for she has a Raw Women's Championship. She can go for the SmackDown Women's Championship to be the undisputed champion. But she did say, according to a YouTube video of WWE, that she sometime in the future she might go for the title. So yeah, and yeah, I just don't think Rhea Ripley is the right fit for it. But one thing that I did like from WrestleMania 39 was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens winning the undisputed titles. I'm sorry, it just the Usos had a long run, and I just, after a while, just they keep on winning. The winner is the Usos. After that, it gets tiring, but gets tiring, and then you're oh, they win, but then at WrestleMania 39, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn beat them. They had everything in their arsenal to beat them. So I was very happy about that, and I feel like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn can go on for a long time for the tag team championships. I think they already had 2 or 3 title defenses, and so yeah, couple of groups for for the WWE. So we got the LWO Latina, no, Latino World Order. Yeah, that's with the leader is Rey Mysterio, and then Santos Escobar, and then yeah. So I think they are a better fit um for the for the Judgment Day. Um, yeah. So like they got more experience and for that stuff, and we got our first comment from Larson Life. He said, "Hi, what's up, Larson Life? Um, just talking about WWE right now, but I was also talking about sports. I did say hi back though. He commented, say hi back. Um, but I did say hi. Hi. Anyways, so yeah, I was just talking about like sports and stuff. So yeah, so like for the Judgment Day, I don't think. Oh, we got a third comment. 1 second. And yeah, I just don't think the Judgment Day is like a good fit for WWE. Like Dominic Mysterio gave up like his father, which has lots of experience. So yeah, he gave up his own family to be um with yeah to be with a stupid group. That's what I think. Because the Judgment Day has like no experience. I know they got Damian Priest, Finn Balor, but still. Yeah, so back to sports now. I don't know if Nick Nurse will stay though. That's the thing. So like, yeah, Nick Nurse won't stay, and and I want Pascal Siakam to stay because he's one of my favorite players. I know Fred might stay, so Fred might stay. Scotty will still stay. So sorry. But like, I think Scotty will still stay because he's of course on still his rookie contract. I think like rookie contract, and yeah, we got lots of comments rolling in through now, and we have about one viewer viewing right now. And for comments, we have two, three, four, five, 6 comments right now. So thank you guys for rolling in right now. And yeah, so like OG Ananobi. Yes, I get that he's tall, but like he just like, oh man, I don't know. Like some games he's like has like the best game that I saw him have was 28 points. Yeah. But for like Pascal Siakam, he had like 30, no, like 45 points, 48 points, whatever. Or I think like even 50 points, but like still. Yeah, I don't know, but what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I don't know. But yeah, we currently have two viewers so far. And so like people that are watching right now. Like the sport that you like, and whenever you grow up, like, do you guys want to play a baseball, soccer, whatever, whenever you grow up? So, uh, go in the chat right now and say like what sport you want to play when you grow up. Because me, I want to play basketball. So, see if we get any responses. But in the meantime, we are half an hour in with 2 viewers and 6 comments. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6 comments. And so thank you guys for tuning in right now. And I think I might switch over to curling right now. Yeah, I know that's kind of boring, but Grand Slam champion. All right, championship. I mean, for me, it's like curling's not bad, but like, yeah, but Grand Slam championship. I saw one Team Canada player win against the Sweden guy. So, oh, my brother tuned in. What's up, Gabe? So yeah, so yeah, Grand Slam championship. I saw Team Canada win, and yeah, yeah, but like going back to baseball here, some teams are like not well rounded. Like last night, the Blue Jays faced the Tigers, and Javier Baez made a mistake. I think it was 1 out, where he was at second, then he went to third, and then Varsho threw it into second, and doubled him off, so there was 2 outs there. Bro, my brother is spamming the chat right now. He's saying, hi Stinky, hi Stinky, hi Stinky, hi Stinky, hi Stinky. Anyways. Yeah, so we are 32 minutes in with 0 people in the chat right now, I think. But if you guys are like free or whatever, tune on in. Oh, we got 1 viewer now. Thank you guys for tuning in. My brother keeps on spamming the chat right now. Yeah, so Gabe, if you're hearing me right now, what is your opinion on the Blue Jays? You can just say good, bad, absolutely bad. But for me, I think they're doing pretty good. What do you think? Oh, he wrote back. He said, Blue Jays suck. Very interesting choice. Gabe, who is your favorite MLB team? That you got the Yankees, the Tigers, KC Royals, Toronto Blue Jays, but you said they suck. Oh, you got the Dodgers, you got the Giants, like all those teams. So out of all those teams that I named, who's your favorite? I'll just give you a minute to answer. But in the meantime, we are 35 minutes in. We have one like on the video, which is nice, and one viewer tuned in. So, oh, really? You like beans as MLB team? Well, one team that I think is beans, which kind of sucks, is actually the Tigers this season. Tigers and the Royals. Um, but I think the best team right now is definitely the Rays. But I know like World Series predictions. I know that is all the way in September. Excuse me. Um, that is that is all the way until September. So that is May, June, July, August. 5 months away. That is 5 months away from the World Series starting up, or actually October. So 6 months, 5 to 6 months. But one team that I don't think might make it this year is the Dodgers. Like they lost some key factors from their team. They lost Trey Turner. I mean, they still got Kershaw, but still. Yeah, so we are approaching on 37 minutes for the stream. And Gabe, if you are still here, who is your favorite NFL team? Bengals. But I have 2 viewers now and one like on the video, and we're 37 minutes in. So, yeah. I might do this like Sports Nation series Sports Nation series once a week. Oh, but Gib, Chiefs or Bengals? Like, bro, you said hot dog. I get that they're good. For me, for my hot dogs, I like them with barbecue sauce. Yeah, mainly. But yeah, who's your favorite NFL team? Put it in the chat right now. But in the meantime, if we get some more viewers coming in, we can talk a little bit more about like WWE or whatever. But going into, I think WWE, yeah. Just original WWE. I think Johnny Gargano might return. I think he went away to like NXT because I think he came back from an injury. But yeah, so. But Braun Breaker from NXT 2.0. I think, maybe later in the year he might go back. But later, like after, whenever the stream like goes up and everything, um, 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 who do you think the greatest of all time for some sport columns are? Like for WWE, for soccer, for baseball, for boxing, for hockey. But I would have to say for baseball, Jackie Robinson, I think. Oh, wait. Actually, check that. Um, oh. Uh, check that, actually. Oh. Jackie Robinson's definitely up there. So is Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is pretty good. Like, he hit 700 home runs, 750. Albert Pujols recently retired, future Hall of Famer, by the way. I would have to say through this decade, I would have to for the past 10 years, the greatest MLB player in the modern day era, from 2010 to modern day, to current day. Man, that's actually kind of hard because you have Albert Pujols, Mike Trout, which is a tear. I mean, you got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who is he's having a pretty good season, but but I don't know. I honestly don't know. You know what? For this modern day era, I would have to say through the last 10 years. So since 2013, I think the greatest player could be. I would have to say Mike. Man, you scared me. This is my brother, guys. Yeah, that's what you wrote in the chat, Gabe. And yeah.
What?
So
I just tried to scare Cohen.
So yeah, that was my brother taking a compliment, and he's literally
Look.
And he's,
I think I scared you right here.
Yeah.
I scared you. Wait, I wonder if I can.
Yeah, that's what
I wonder if I
wrote in the
can
chat,
break.
Gabe. Oh, Gabe. And yeah.
What? I tried to scare Cohen.
Man.
So literally, look.
And
I think I scared you right here,
bro. I asked you who's a better NFL team, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. I put hot dog, beans, hot dog.
Yeah, but that's not that's not an NFL team. So who do you think is better? Chiefs or Bengals?
The government.
Really? Why the government? It's two different things. Don't you get the topic of this stream there?
Goodbye.
Bye. All right. So back to my compliment. I think the greatest player in modern day era from 2013, I would have to say Mike Nelson Trout. Mike Trout from the Angels. He just if he stays healthy, he'll be good for the Angels. But the Angels are doing pretty decent this year. 7-5, or probably 7-6 record now. But definitely good start to the season. And we have one right now, and we are approaching 43.5 minutes. So yeah. What else to talk about? I would have to say for the Blue Jays, all time. Or no. Check that. For the Blue Jays, for the past 4 or 5 years, let's say. Best player that I've seen through 4 or 5 years plus this year so far. For 4 or 5 years, I think it has to be Vladdy. But this season, I think Dalton Varsho. He's broken out to a good ball player, and he's a good center fielder. So they moved. Springer was originally in center field last year, but then from the addition to Dalton Varsho and whatever. I don't know who's in left field. But I mean, Whit Merrifield bounces around once in a while, but Yeah. But for the infield of the Blue Jays, it's very solid, very solid. Matt Chapman just zips it in there. He's like that's just like his normal throw though. It's like man. Anyways, 45 minutes in, and so like Matt Chapman though, he has been on a hot streak lately through the Angel. Basically, it started in the Angels game, so about like what 10 days ago ish. So yeah, but person that is on the Jays and leading the MLB in hits right now is Bo Bichette actually with his 5 hits. So he now has 25 hits. He started with 20 hits for this season. Kevin Kiermaier has 15 hits for the bottom, no, for the ninth position or ninth player in the lineup. I think that is most that is most for all of the MLB. So approaching on 50 minutes and then an hour, but yeah, um so yeah, but yeah, Blue Jays very solid. The game last night though, I feel like they should have won. I mean, you can't come back from every game though. You need to have like solid pitching that game, and yeah, yeah. Yeah. Back to WWE. Oh, 1 second. So back to WWE. Women's Championship. I really like Bianca Belair as champion. That's what I think. But I want the Judgment Day to be gone. It's one of the my opinion. They're one of the worst factions in WWE. My opinion. They brainwashed Dominic from Ray, who has way more experience than Dominic, and Ray fought Dominic at WrestleMania, and Ray won, of course, more experience. But like, still though, yeah. But quickly transitioning to soccer. Who do you think the GOAT is? Because for me, I would have to go. Actually, modern day era. I will do the GOAT first, and then modern day era. So for the GOAT, I would have to say Cristiano Ronaldo is a GOAT. Not Lionel Messi. Not Messi, but yeah, I think Ronaldo is is the GOAT. But for modern day era, I mean, you got Mbappe, you got Ronaldo, of course. You got Neymar. But I would have to go actually Mbappe, like for here, because he was on the FIFA 21 and 22 cover. So 2 years back to back. So yeah, and we have 1 like on the video and 0 views. Coming up to about an hour. I might stream for like 10 more minutes, but yeah. So if you guys are just tuning in, welcome to episode 1 of Sports Nation. It's where we talk about whole different sports. Where we talk about MLB, soccer, WWE, all that type of stuff. So anything new on the sports through. All right, so it is updated. So it seems like, according to Google Sports, the Leafs and the Lightning are basically on pace. Like, they're basically the same team. And okay, here we go. So Blue Jays, according to Google. So it says here, Blue Jays Jose Barrios struck by a comeback. So for his first two starts, or one start, whenever he had, they were really bad. He had a 11 point, basically if he rounded up, a 12 ERA, earn run average. But yeah. But then for this game, he only had a 1 ERA, 1 earn run average. And Nick Nurse, the question is, will he stay in Toronto for the future of Toronto, or will he go to the Rockets, join not Vince Young? Bro, why am I thinking of such different sports right now? Trae Young. Yeah, Trae Young. Will he join Trae Young, or will he stay with the Dynasty? I would have to think, though. Was Nick Nurse on a different team before he started with the Raptors? I would have to Google that real quick. Okay. When did Nick Nurse start his coaching career? Nick Nurse start his coaching career. It turns out, according to Google, in 2007, Nick Nurse accepted the head coaching job for the Loa Energy, who were preparing for their first season in the NBA D League, now called the NBA G League. So that is basically for baseball. They got minors, so like to the minor leagues, like AAA, AA, single A, whatever. So for the NBA, it's the G League team. So if you get drafted and then like the coach does not think you're a good fit yet, then he sends you down to the G Leagues. And then it says the Energy won the division titles under Nurse in the 2008, 2009, and 2009 to 2010 seasons. Okay. So it seems like Nick Nurse started his career in Toronto in 2018. So he has about 2017, 18, and 20 to 23. 16 years of experience for a coach. Yes, he was electric for his first season. Or second season, whatever. Whenever they won the championship. I mean, they had such good players back then. Such good players. I think they had a prospect of Pascal Siakam. They still had Kawhi Leonard. They had Kyle Lowry. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if he'll stay in Toronto. But for the Blue Jays, for their manager job, through like the off season of baseball, the Blue Jays organization signed John Schneider to a 3 or 4 year deal for 3 or 4 more years, so he'll be set. And so yeah, we are 55 minutes in. Can you guys believe that? 5 more minutes, 5.5 more minutes until we reach an hour, and then I'll end the stream probably. But yeah. Anything else for like sports? Toronto is well balanced. It said, according to Google Sports, that Tampa Bay Lightning and Toronto are basically the same team. Like they're balanced. Like I don't know what it said, but like still, it said the Leafs and the Lightning and the way of two teams pass. I mean, so I guess it sounds like that they seem like it is that the teams are similar. I guess that's how I will go with it, but this is what I was reading. But yeah. Honestly, I don't know though. But it says here, report: DeMar DeRozan was escorted out of Scotiabank Arena after receiving online threats. That was probably of him like screaming whenever mainly OG Anunoby was up to the free throw. He kept on screaming like ah, or like very high pitched. It definitely did not sound like him. But yeah. So it seems like that Jose Barrios had his best start of the season so far. His pitching was on point. Like his command was good. His placement was good. Yeah, so it says the Toronto Raptors are questioning Nick Nurse's future for him. Yeah, I don't know if he'll stay or not. But Kevin Biggio is on a brink of leaving. Yeah, NBA trade rumors. Raptors expected to move some assets, Siakam and Anunoby. So if they complete those trades, I think they might fall apart. Like the only good weapons that they'll have is Scotty Barnes and Fred VanVleet. That's all that they'll have. 2 good players. Or like decently good players. This is what I would have think though. For the Maple Leafs, they named Morgan Riley as assistant captain for this year. I think they should have named William Nylander assistant captain. That's what I think. Some Toronto fans, I know, you're like, well, I think this is what they would probably be like. Well, I don't know, but like, this is what I think. Ultimately, think William Nylander next year should take over Morgan Riley's place for assistant captain. That's what I think. But yeah, I just don't know. Like, yeah, but I don't know. So it seems like that they have not reported yet that Juju Smith-Schuster of the Kansas City Chiefs has moved to the New England Patriots. That's what I heard off of a YouTube video. I mean, there could be rumors, but I don't know. Alright, so for NHL games, switching over, I was already in there, but the Buffalo Sabres beat the Blue Jackets 5-2 today. It seems like that they missed our according to the standings, I think, that the Buffalo Sabres were eliminated from the playoffs for 12 years in a row, bro. If Edmonton Oilers went through that, that would be really sad. But right now they're on a pretty good roll, and they'll be carrying that to the playoffs. And good luck to most teams. And so I think I might be wrapping up this stream. I will be posting once every week, I think, for like new sports and stuff for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Definitely for the Stanley Cup playoffs and NBA playoffs coming up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and I will see you all next time. Bye.